Between my 9th and 10th grade summer vacation that this internship took place.
Nucleus to us electrons. And I thank every mom out there, and happy Mother's Day.
Hi, I'm Chetan, and I did the junior internship program back in 2015 at Chiaro. This was, it was back then called Chiaro. Now it's going to be the Life at Woods internship program. And I was in 9th grade, I want to say. So this was between my 9th and 10th grade summer vacation that this internship took place. And how it started was that in school, they asked us to fill out a form asking us which industry we wanted to work in. And I think I'd picked business and marketing. And that's when they introduced me to Chiaro. And it was, I think, about 20 of us, and it was a month-long, really fun, kick-ass internship. And yeah, I learned a lot about it, and I guess you guys called me here to talk about that. So yeah, let's do this. One thing was that that was essentially my introduction to a professional setting where there were things that were expected of me, and I did have certain almost goals or targets that I had to try and meet. And so that was just having that expectation where it wasn't anything to do with academics. I wasn't going to be graded at the end of this, but it was just something that I had to do, and that was just the first taste of that I had gotten. So that was really important to me from a life skills perspective to learn about. And then also just collaborating with so many people, again, in a professional setting, it was just very unlike what I had done in school. And so just that sort of contrast is what, more than anything, I learned about, where it's not exactly what you would learn in school. And if I remember correctly, again, this was in 9th grade. And so things were really fun and games for me back then as well, even when it came to school. But this felt real, there were actual consequences, and there were going to be actual results for an actual company. And so that was the experience more than anything else that I got out of this. So right now I do marketing, so I guess I understood the field that I wanted to work in well back in 9th grade as well. So I do brand strategy for an agency now, and I probably can tie a fair bit of my understanding to marketing from what I had learned back in 9th grade at the Chiaro junior internship. So one thing that I had learned was kind of a tough pill for me to swallow back then, I think, where my understanding of marketing was essentially sitting behind a computer and trying to figure out, I guess, SEO and doing social media. Back then, Facebook was a thing companies cared about. So those were sort of the markers that I had imagined I would be working on when I joined the internship. And I guess this program showed me a completely different side of marketing that I don't think even back then considered to be marketing, which was very physical, on-ground, events-based marketing. And so for me, it was sort of a blend between sales and marketing, honestly, because I did have the very door-to-door experience of going up to customers, explaining to them exactly what Chiaro does. And before I could do that, I had to fully understand myself. So sitting with Sharad and understanding what the actual offerings are and how we get to what we do. And before that, they made it a point to take us to the farm and show us how the farm works. And it wasn't just that we had to sit and sell their product, and we had to communicate to the parents in these communities that it's important to give their kids these products coming from a kid. It was also that we had to deeply understand why it was important. And I think that's a lesson that a lot of marketers miss out on fully understanding for themselves, where you need to fully understand the product that you're selling, and only then can you sell it. And the first sort of idea that you need to deeply understand your product was planted when I was doing the Chiaro junior internship, where it was so important to Sharad and the team that we understand what we're selling. And so, yeah, I guess that's my biggest takeaway as a marketer, what I learned from the program. One thing is, when I was in the program, I played a lot. I made sure I had a lot of fun, and I didn't take it seriously. And it was great because I made a lot of fun memories. We did really cool things like having chugging contests in the bus on our way to the ISB program that they took us to. We used to have so many fun games in the office itself, so many cake cuttings, and like if we stayed up in the office really late, we would go out and get like Subways and stuff. Like there was a lot of fun that happened, but I don't think I took it as seriously as I probably should have. So one advice I would give is that this is your first job. Treat it like it's your first job and take it seriously and have fun, of course, because you don't even have to worry about that. I'm sure these guys will take care of the having fun part, but you need to be there, be really present, and take it seriously as a job. So that's one advice. And another thing is I missed a lot of the days of the program. I don't even remember why, this was 8 years ago, but I didn't come for a lot of the days, and I, to a large extent, regret that. I feel like I would have had a very different experience had I come for the entire duration. So try not to miss any of the days unless you're sick or something. But yeah, that's my advice. Take it seriously and try to be there. Okay, so my biggest takeaway from this internship is story comes first. In the sense, understand what the story behind what you're doing is, why you're doing it, what are all the moving parts of what you're doing, and only then proceed forward to do literally anything else when it comes to running your company or marketing it. Understand it. So understand the story, have it memorized and by-hearted, and then proceed with anything else. So yeah, I was part of the first batch of the junior internship program, and this was 8 years ago, and looking back at it, I can say I had a lot of fun, and if you have the opportunity to join a program like this, I would 100% recommend it. And so join the Life at Woods Junior Internship Program. It'll be a lot of fun.
Get it now!